Both Drake and Beyonce are giving us house music vibes. So will this be the sound of the summer? To answer that, we've got to revisit the origins of the genre. I'm Doma T. Pongo, and this is MTV News. Need to know. The day after Beyonce announced the July release of Renaissance, her first solo LP since 2016, Drake surprise released an album titled Honestly, Nevermind. It's a 14-track dance project, with the exception of the last song, which is a hip-hop record titled Jimmy Cooks, featuring 21 Savage. There's some irony here, and people were definitely talking. Beyonce literally invented the surprise album release, and Drake used her signature move shortly after she made her announcement. As people were still processing Drake's sonic shift into dance music, Beyonce dropped a house music single of her own on Monday, and it's titled Break My Soul. B's new record was a departure from what we normally hear from her, sampling Big Freedia's Explode and 90s house classic Show Me Love by Robin S. The conversation surrounding these releases revealed a couple things: that casual listeners know little about the house music genre, which began in black and gay underground clubs. And it also made me wonder that since other artists are sure to follow Drake and Beyonce's moves, will house music be the sound of the summer? When Drake's latest project dropped to mixed reviews, some fans were salty about his pivot to what tweeters called oomps music, a pejorative phrase for the fist-pumping, pulsing EDM sound associated with raves. But as Questlove tweeted, the dismissiveness of black dance culture is the unspoken white elephant in the room. The genre has been whitewashed in recent years, so much so that some people thought Beyonce was stealing her sound from white creators, which is why this reminder went viral. House music is black music. Your white faves did not invent house music or influence a black woman who clearly knows where house music originated from. Know this. As this is Black Music Month and Pride Month, it's a great time to remind people of the origins of house music and its pioneers, like Frankie Knuckles. Knuckles, a gay DJ, took his now famous recycled soul mixes from New York to Chicago in 1977. He became the first musical director for a club called The Warehouse. Among its regulars, it was simply called The House, which is where house music derives its name. It was almost exclusively frequented by black and Latino gay men. From the 70s through the 90s, when house music really began to take off, the genre wasn't supported by radio. Instead, it thrived as a countercultural movement for oppressed people, for black and gay creatives, and a multitude of communities who were drawn to the dancing, the deep soul samples, and the lyrics, which often spoke of liberation and freedom. Blogger and activist Kevin L. Tarver pointed out that these house innovators were activists at their core, making their work during a time of fear and uncertainty. They were mood-manipulating maestros. Their activism came in the form of masterfully selecting the right tunes to sway the crowd and promote movement. They worked to bring about social justice and unity amid the AIDS pandemic. Their message was delivered through motivational lyrics, like in Elias's classic Follow Me. Take these lines: "We must stop fighting to achieve the peace that was taught in our country. We shall all be free." Beyonce's latest encompassed house music's spirit of dancing the stress away. I mean, it's a record that's literally about how nothing can break her soul. Now, on the flip side, some house heads critique Drake's project for its accessibility, which honestly is just a nice way of saying that his approach to house music, much like his forays into Caribbean music and Afro beats, is kind of watered down. Others argue that that's Drake's strength. He can take a niche genre and make it accessible for a wider audience. Now, Drake did enlist the help from respected South African producer Black Coffee, which helped to boost the project's credibility. Yet in terms of the vocal range, intricate sampling, including black queer artist Big Freedia, and its liberating lyricism, Beyonce's single might hit the mark for more house enthusiasts. As this Twitter user put it, Drake tried to give house, and Beyonce said, sounds more like apartment, baby. So is house music making a resurgence, or a new renaissance, as Beyonce might put it? For folks who know the history of this underground genre, it's probably more accurate to say that house music never left. I'm Doma T. Pongo, and that's what you need to know.